This is the ascending synthesizer, and right now you're hearing it play a pattern that I have previously created using the synthesizer. You see the lights indicate portions that are playing right now, so this is playing notes in a set of melody steps that are here in this outer rings. There's 16 steps in the melody, and those are editable. And then in the interior of the synth is a series of controls that are used for controlling the voices in the synth. It's a two-voice synthesizer, and I'll show you in a little more detail what that means. So right now, we're in a mode where both the voices are playing, and it's playing a melody that's very slowly going all the way around. I can actually up the tempo, and it's going a lot faster now. This is my tempo knob, so I can turn it down to slow like we had it, or turn it up to very fast, and you can see that it's playing all the way around. So I'm going to show you basic editing first of the melody, and then I'll show you editing of the sounds that the melodies make as they play. So there we've got the simple basic melody, and just notice that it lights up as each step is triggered. So right now the steps are all set to the same note with the same duration or length, which is why it sounds so boring. So I can pick an individual step, and here I've got control over the note. So as I turn it up and down, I hear the note going up and down. I'm going on a diatonic scale right now. And this knob will change the duration. So as I turn it, it gets faster or slower. So I can set the length of the note. And then this switch is a repeat switch. So when it's in the center, it's set to repeat once. Let me slow it down a little bit so we can actually hear what's going on. So it's in the center, it repeats once. Over to the left, it repeats twice, and over to the right, it repeats 3 times. So each time the step sounds, it's going to be 1, 2, or 3 repeated notes. Switch. So I can go through now and note that whichever note they're supposed to light up. So I can set different notes. And change timing on some of them too. So speeding a few of them up, or slowing down. And then once I've done that, when I hit the run button, so whichever note I'm editing continues to sound until I move on to another one. Until I hit the run button, and once I hit the run button, then it starts to play the pattern that I just programmed. I'm going to make it go a little faster now. So you can see some of the notes are playing quickly because I changed the timing on them, and we're getting different tones. Now, we're playing all 16 tones in a row right now. One of the things I can do is I can change to a different mode of melody playing using this switch. So right now, we're in what I call full sequence all the way around. If I move it to the center, watch this light and notice how it advances every time. This set of 8 has completed. So the tone that's specified by the step is actually changing the key for the melody. So I'm going to start by switching to a single voice. So the green lights indicate voice number 2, and the blue lights are voice number 1. So we have two voices, number 1 and number 2. And then where we were in the middle, editing is really turned off. This is more of a display mode. Okay, so I'm going to go back to editing voice number 1, and I'm going to begin to turn some of these voice editing knobs. hard to hear. What we're changing right now is we're changing the filter on this, so we're getting different amounts of filtering. You can hear how the tone is changing as I play with this control. Different knobs do different things to the synth voice. So we've got a couple of knobs here that change how quickly the attack and the decay, or so we've got very short decay and it's clipped. As I turn the decay up, the tones get longer and longer, more clipped. Or I can have them start a little later. We have a couple of knobs here that control a low-frequency oscillator. I'm sorry, this is detuned. So we've got actually two oscillators for this voice, and we can have them play together or detune them, and then it thickens the sound. Here we've got a mount of low-frequency oscillator and speed. So if I slow this down, it'll be a little easier to hear. You can hear that warbling. So there's a slow warble and a faster warble in the sound through the low-frequency oscillator. There's some other controls I haven't gone over, but that's sort of the basics of the architecture and how it works. So here we have a diagram of it, and you can see in yellow in the center.
It's got to be up here, yeah.
In yellow in the center, we've got the things that change the two different voices. We've got these step controls around the edge, and then we've got in pink a variety of things that change the operation of the synthesizer itself.